that means is we're going to learn to open up our bodies for back bending, but this means opening and strengthening. So lifting up our chest and opening our hearts, shall we say, in a safe manner, and your methods may or may not have used. We're going to work opening up our shoulders, under our arms. We're also going to learn to open up in our hips, because that's very required, and our side body. So the first section is a whole lot of stretching that you can do to start to open your body up. And then after that, we will look at some other options. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope that this helps you on your journey of yoga. So stretching, I have one block that I'm going to use, and I have one strap. Now, if you don't have these, you could use a big towel, and you could use books as well, okay? So the first thing and foremost that I like to do when I'm opening up my body, particularly for back bends, is to come into a puppy pose. And we're going to progress that puppy pose in two ways. One, we're going to use strength, and two, we're going to use flexibility. So to progress the puppy pose, we start here. And at first we're just going to engage our hips up and down with a little twerking, pulling in your Mula Bandha, wrapping your core back into the center, engaging your glutes, engaging your hip flexors, they suck up into your core, wrapping your arms in a little bit longer than the normal cat-cow position, because we're going to stretch out. Once you feel like there's no pain in your lower back and you feel like there's a nice fluent movement and the core is engaged with every pull forward of your hips into the angry cat, you feel your hips and your glutes and your core engage, and with every drop back you feel an extension as they're still engaging, and there's no pain, you can start to walk your hands forward. Keep moving your hips and walking your hands forward as you do it. So you're stretching out your arms, don't let them go up to your ears, keep moving your hips and coming down now, long as possible in your arms, and when you're ready you can take your legs back if you need, or a little bit wider, keep tilting, keep lifting up, keep tilting, keep lifting up and coming down. And here is your first puppy pose of the day. I want you to breathe here, and I want you to hold it. I like to stay on my fingertips to wrap my arms back, to keep the strength in my fingers, to keep the strength in my arms, to keep my chest open, to remind myself to keep my shoulders back, holding here. You're going to take some nice deep breaths until you feel open. You want to feel nice and open in this position. You don't want to feel pain, okay? From here, we're going to start to take it into a more strength-based movement. So I want you to start tilting your hips up and down again, that nice twerk. It has to be all in your core, keeping your arms engaged to open them up, don't let them relax off. You should be feeling flex, feeling your shoulders under your arms as well. If not, you can bring them up into your head to make it even more intense. The aim is also, when you want to, lift up your head. The higher the better to open up your chest. Now from here we're going to take one leg up, one leg down, one leg up, one leg down, both legs up. You would do about a routine of 10. Now we're holding this pose quite a while. You don't want to feel any pain. If you can't straighten your legs, you can keep them slightly bent. You want to feel good as you move. If you feel any pain, it's too intense for you, so you need to come back up. When you're ready to come up and out, you slide yourself forward. Pull yourself forward, engage your core before you come down. Okay, so that's going to really open you up. The longer you have, the longer the holds, the more intense it's going to be, but the more open, as long as there's no pain. Just for those advanced people, pop a block underneath your chin, either this way or this way. So when you come down into your puppy pose, you're learning to open up. See that? So you can have it even higher, and you're learning to open up your chest at the same time as you're in your puppy pose, resting on that block. Okay? So, a little hard to talk, but that opens up your chest, which is the important thing. We need to open up, lift up our chest to come back, okay? Now, For you to then go and open up a little further, we're going to do a side opening move because we need you to open up. So this is mainly about stretching, not too much strength work. We need to open up the side body also to make sure that you are ready to bend with strength and flexibility. So bring one foot in to your groin, the other foot out, sitting up nice and tall. You're going to inhale here, rotate forward. Drop your shoulders. Pulling your mula manda, pulling your hips, exhale, rotate to the side. Now from here, the aim in the long term is to get your shoulder resting on your arm, but some of you may not feel that, so you may be up here. But the aim is the side body, not the roll forward length, the side body. Open up your arm across. Now you can stay here, but if you have the flexibility and you're working towards that advance, you want to come over into this position where your foot is grabbed by your hand and your shoulder is resting on your leg. You want to breathe into the side body and stretch it out, and exhale, pull everything into center. Inhale, stretch out, create space, and inhale and exhale and pull everything into center. So we still have that muscular contraction. We're not relaxing our stretches. We are strengthening and lengthening our stretches. So you hold this maybe a minute or so. Keep trying to rotate your head towards the sky. Remember, you can also be up here or up here. That's also okay. The point is you're going where you're going, and the point is not to overdo it as well. Don't look at someone else's journey, take your journey. We are not the same humans. The second part of this stretch is to open it up into a hero's pose and do exactly the same. You may find this a little bit easier. Some of you find it a lot easier to open up into this position. Exactly the same, holding here or up with height. You can also bring your foot onto your ankle if you want to keep bringing that hero's pose in and keep rotating up. You're going to hold for about 1 minute and then you're going to swap sides. Nice deep breath. Remember, inhale into your side body, lengthen it out, create space to exhale and strengthen it into center to create the control. So once you've done that, you should be feeling quite open with regards to your side body movements. And remember that when we talk about it, we always have to do the opposite side. So you'll come down in exactly the same, doing the opposite side, okay? Lengthening up. One thing I want you to note, one side may be tighter than the other. The other thing I want you to note, when you come up, I should have said this before, you want to pull up with your top hand and with strength. So inhale into your side body, exhale, contract it, and feel what it's like to move with strength. At no time do you want to relax off of that flexibility B. That's where injuries and no control and awareness is created. So once we have done those two stretches, they're a large, major part in opening up your body. You do have a wall stretch to be done. Now the wall stretch is really going to open you up too, okay? The wall stretch is going to be on a wall, and you're going to come down and you're going to bring your hands up and you're going to tilt your hips in and you're going to fold in with your chest up and head up, and you're just going to hold here. If you have more flexibility, you're going to bring your hands back over your head. And you're going to inhale, pull it all into your center as you exhale and contract and sink lower. And you're going to hold here for as long as possible, only a minute or two. You're going to feel a nice opening in your shoulders, nice opening your hip flexors, but they're also going to be strengthening so you don't go too far. So the fundamental movement looks like this: chest up, hands on wall, opening up in here, which is required when you're doing it. Inhaling and exhaling to go deeper into the inhale, which creates space in your body to sink down with control, okay? And finally, the last position, which is always a valuable position whenever you're going into pinches and you're going into opening up for hollow back. Coming in, elbow width apart, hands here, you're going to lift up into your dolphin, and you're going to hold in here. You're going to lift up onto your toes, lift up then your hips, exhale down. Lift up onto your toes. Lift up into your hips. And exhale down. Okay? Now this is what is going to create a lot of length in your shoulders. You can also, if you want to, create more by bringing up on your elbows. It's more of an advanced method. You can have your hands in or out, as I said. Try not to let your elbows splay further out. Wrap those shoulders in. As always, wrap your arms in, wrap it into the core. Lifting up, don't sit down. Lift up and hold and walk in if you can. Make it a little bit longer if you can. Lift those hips up and coming down when you're ready. So each of these stretches that I'm showing you, you could do maybe 2-3 rounds and held for minimum 30 seconds, and I would look for 1 to 3 minute holds, yin and yang, to really open up your body. The last stretch I wanted to show you, should I really say, is with having a strap. I put this on my feet. It's nice and narrow, so my feet are going to stay together, and I'm coming into a cobra. What I'm doing here is opening up my shoulders, getting ready with strength because I have to hold myself up, getting ready to be able to have that hollow back where I'm lifting my chest with strength. So I put it on my feet and I'm bringing it round. From here, I've got one hand on the ground and one hand up. Now I'm opening up my shoulder, wrapping my shoulder back, dropping it in, sinking, and lifting up. And from here, I want to grab the other foot, other hand. What should I say? Hand on hand or piece of strap. Now I'm lifting up and breathing and exhaling, and then rotating my shoulders back to lengthen. And if I feel I have more flexibility, I can come back a little further with my hands crawling them back and then lifting up again. This is really going to open up your body, and it's really going to open up your side body as well. You're underneath your arms to wrap your shoulders back and drop them down. As you come down, I want you to take it slow onto fingertips and then try and hold it before you drop down. Okay? Because I want you to create not flexibility alone, but strength and flexibility. So that's day 1. If you have any questions, always, please ask away. Please take it slowly. Remember, this is more of an advanced doing hollow back, so these stretches will also be advanced. Listen to your body. If you're starting where you can't grab things, start with where you are. Remember, it's aiming for not perfection, but growth, and then growing from one strength gain to the next strength. Or from a weakness, you grow it to a strength, and then you make it even stronger. So I'll bring you day 2 shortly. Have a great day.